Bonjour tout le monde, bonjour, bienvenue à la classe de la française communauté. Je m'appelle Leo, Monsieur Leo, as you can see here, and I'm very excited to have you here today in my French class. Welcome to Community French. My name is Monsieur Leo, and I am a French, Mandarin, and English teacher for Rola languages. And I'm very happy to have you here with me this morning. If you can see from the title, we are learning les verbes ER. Les verbes ER. So we're going to be learning ER verbs today. So what I'm planning to do is we are going to look at several verbs, maybe like, I think it's 8, 9 verbs, maybe 10. And then we're going to learn the conjugations for the whole entire category, the family of verb, the ER verb. And then we are going to conjugate a few verbs ensemble, together. Bon. Now, before we get started, I would like to remind you that we have a website. If you can see from this little banner down below, rolalang.com, where we have tons of resources. So I would invite you guys to take a peek there, rolalang.com. And you could also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, what else? YouTube. We have tons and tons of resources. So we would love for you guys to check out our community outreach, because we're a small language institute, and we may be small, but we have a mighty voice, and that's what makes us great. So we love our learners. So we would love for you guys to check out our resources. Bon. On va commencer. So we're going to start with the lesson right now. Bon. Les verbes en ER. So we have learned ER verbs previously. I've jumped around this book a bunch of times. I've done IR, ER, RE verbs. But when you're learning a language, I think it's important to master certain things. And obviously, verbs are very important, because in French, you need you need certain parts of speech to make a sentence. You need a subject, a verb, and an object, just like in English. So mastering these types of verbs, knowing the different verbs, knowing how they conjugate and so forth, are very important. Because if you know how to say, instead of just saying je parle, tu parles, il parle, you'll be able to say things like je demande, I ask, je donne, I give, So instead of just knowing simple verbs, you'll be able to go up to the next level in your French studies, and you'll be able to learn how French verbs work. So the goal for this class today is it's going to be a grammar lesson. I'm going to teach you verbs en ER. Now there are 3 types of verbs in French. We have the ER, which we're learning today, IR, and then we're learning RE. We will learn those coming up. So, let us start. On va commencer. We have chanter. Chanter, which means to sing. Danser, to dance. Some of these rhyme, so that you're in luck. Demander, to ask. Donner, to give. Étudier, to study. Jouer, to play. Parler, to talk or to speak. Penser, to think. Porter, to carry or to wear. Rêver, to dream. Et travailler, to work. So maybe something fun, what you could do at home is you can write all these verbs down. Write down the French verbs. And then on the other side of a flashcard or what have you, piece of paper, write down the English meaning. And then do like a little drill. Like you ask your partner or whoever, say, donner. What's the meaning of donner? and then they say to give. They think, and then they think, then they say to give. What's the meaning of danser? Danser, it's very close to English. To dance. Parler, to talk or to speak. So that's just a fun little game. I'm just trying to give you some ideas, you know? Fun little game to do if you're interested in learning French. You can do them flashcards, you can do it on a whiteboard. I've done verb drills on whiteboards before. Those are fun, where you just throw, with my students, what I do is I throw up random conjugations, like right here, if you could see, E-E-S, E-on-S, and then I will just throw out, I would say third person plural, second person singular, you know, all that stuff. So it's pretty fun, you know. Yeah, so we reviewed these. So now what we're going to do is we are going to conjugate, we're going to conjugate a few verbs. We're going to look today, we're going to look at travailler et jouer. Oh, excusez-moi. Excusez-moi. We're going to look at travailler et jouer. Firstly, I'm going to give you the general conjugation form for this. Now, I have given you this in the past. I'll do it in English. I'll write it in English. So, we have our subject pronouns. Je, tu, il, elle, on. And then we have nous, vous, il, elle, plural. So the conjugation for these is as follows. So we have E, ES, E, ONS, EZ, ENT. So notice I'm kind of singing a little song right there. The song that I sing, it's to the tune of Mary Had a Little Lamb. It helps you memorize the endings. Excuse me. So we have E, E, S, E, O, N, S, E, Z, E, N, T, E, E, S, E, O, N, S, E, Z, E, N, T. Now, I'm not really a singer. I mean, I used to sing, but I'm now a teacher, so my voice is kind of diminished a bit. My singing voice, for that matter. So let's do the song again. So it goes E, E, S, E, O, N, S, E, Z, E, N, T, E, E, S, E, O, N, S, E, Z, E, N, T. That helps memorizing the conjugations. It's kind of a fun way, you know. It's kind of a fun way to memorize these conjugations, and I'm sure once you get that song stuck in your head, you'll never forget them. I learned this when I was really young on how to conjugate. Like I was like 4 or 5, and I learned it really young, and it stuck with me all this time. You know. Excuse me. So bon, on va commencer avec les conjugations. Bon, exercice 2.1. Conjugate the verbs. We're going to start with travailler. Travailler, that means to work. It means to work. So, that is in the infinitive form. We know it's in the infinitive form because the ending er is attached to the verb. If the ending er is not attached to the verb, that is in the conjugation form. That is using any of the subject pronouns to be conjugated. Bon. So we have our subject pronouns. Je, tu, il, elle, on. Again. And then we have nous. These are important to memorize as well. And then we have vous, il, elle, pluriel. So, remember the song I sang? So we have E. So the trick to conjugate this verb is you take off the ER and you write the stem. Travail. And then what's the conjugation for travailler in the je form? E. Très bien. After we have es, e. I don't like that. Why is it doing that? Okay. travaillons. Easy. Bon. So here are the conjugations for the verb travailler. I put them in parentheses because it's just so they can stand out. I didn't know. I'm not sure how to put them in bold. If I could, I would. So we have je travaille. Répétez après moi. Je travaille. Tu travailles. Il, elle, on travaille. Nous travaillons. Vous travaillez. Il, elle travaille. Très, très, très bien. Now these are the correct conjugations for these verbs. The last verb we're only going to look at two verbs today. We're going to look at travailler, jouer. What does jouer mean? Play. Très bien. What form is the verb jouer in? It's in the infinitive. Très bien. So we have our conjugations again. So we're going to write J-O-U, and then what's the correct one? I. Très bien. Tu. G-O-U-E-S. Très bien. Il. Elle. On. G-O-U-E. Très, très, très bien. Nous. J-O-U. Quoi? G-O-U. Ouais, non, G-O-O-N-S. Jouons. Vous. G-O-U-E-Z. Très bien. Il. Elle. G-O-U-E-N-T. These are the correct conjugations. And then you'll be able to fly through them once you memorize them. So we have je joue. Je joue. Tu joues. Tu joues. Il, elle, on joue. Il, elle, on joue. Notice the sound sense. The sounds are the same. They just spell a little differently. Nous jouons. Nous jouons. Vous jouez. Vous jouez. Il, elle joue. Il, elle joue. Très bien. Très, très, très bien. So this is all that I have planned for today. For this lesson, what I had planned, what we did today was we looked at ER verbs. I reviewed a bunch of them, and then I took the two verbs down here, and what we did was we just conjugated them generally. I gave you the general conjugations, the ones that never change, and then we looked at two verbs. We looked at travailler, and then we looked at jouer, and we conjugated them. So that is it. And then what we did was we reviewed all these verbs up here. We also reviewed what is an infinitive. An infinitive is the most simplest form of the verb. It's this: chanter, danser, demander, donner, étudier, like that, with the er forming at the end. Bon. So that is all I have planned for today's lesson. I hope that you enjoyed it. And please take a peek at our website, rolalang.com, where you will see this lesson, this lesson's worksheet uploaded. Also, if you want to tune into this later, we have this video class uploaded onto Facebook and on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel as well, so please take a look. You know, it'd be greatly appreciated for all of myself and my colleagues as well that go live every week. Bon. J'espère que vous passerez une bonne journée aujourd'hui. I hope that you will have a great day today. And I will see you this Thursday. Ce jeudi, je vous verrai. Bon, au revoir.